Of course, here's a full, emotionally rich retelling of the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, with a powerful ending that shows God's faithfulness and the transformation it brought, even to a king's heart. Through the Fire, the full story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Long ago, in the mighty empire of Babylon, a golden statue towered over the land. It wasn't just a symbol of pride, it was a command. King Nebuchadnezzar demanded that when the music played, everyone must bow and worship his idol. It didn't matter who you were, obey or burn. But among the crowd, three stood still. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, men of integrity, men of faith, refused to kneel. Not out of arrogance, but out of love. Their hearts belonged to the one true God, and they would not trade him for safety. Word reached the king. His pride was pierced. Rage burned hotter than the furnace he ordered to be heated 7 times over. He gave them one last chance. He asked, "What God will be able to rescue you from my hand?" And they replied with courage that shook eternity. "O king, we do not need to defend ourselves before you. The God we serve is able to save us from the blazing furnace. But even if he does not, we want you to know, we will not serve your gods or worship the image you've set up. Even if he does not." They chose faith over fear. They were bound tightly and thrown into the fire. And then, silence. But not for long. King Nebuchadnezzar stood up in shock. He peered into the flames and cried out, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire? But look, I see 4 men walking freely in the fire, and the 4th looks like the Son of God." He called them out, and out they came, unburned, untouched, unharmed. Not even the smell of smoke clung to them, because Jesus had been with them. What happened next? Nebuchadnezzar, this mighty king who once boasted in his power, was silenced by a greater glory. He saw the hand of God, not just in the fire, but in the hearts of these 3 men who dared to believe. And so, the man who once threatened to burn anyone who disobeyed him now made a decree that no one in his kingdom should speak against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He declared, "For no other God can save in this way." And he promoted the 3 men to positions of greater honor. The heart of the story. This story isn't just about fire. It's about faith. It's about presence in the midst of pain. It's about the God who doesn't always deliver us from the fire, but promises to walk with us through it. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't know the outcome, but they knew their God, and that was enough. And when you walk through your own fire, through heartbreak, loss, fear, or loneliness, may you remember this: you are not alone. There is a 4th man in your fire, and his name is Jesus. Would you like this?